Got the 112 in this draft on DraftKings. I think the story of this team is grown men. We only took one rookie in the first 14 rounds of this draft. We got some running backs that are just going to bully people. They're running through you. It's a fun team. I'll tell you more about it in a minute. I am going to tell you first about the draft one, get one offer at DraftKings. Check it out. There's a link in the description of this video if you have not already signed up for that offer. But I'll tell you about my team in a minute after the ad read. Football season is right around the corner, and there's no better way to lock in your fantasy dominance early than with Best Ball on DraftKings, where you draft once and ride your roster all season long. And right now, DraftKings is giving all customers a can't-miss offer. Draft one, get one. Enter a lineup in the $15 million Best Ball contest for just $20, and you'll score another Best Ball ticket to play free for a share of $15 million, giving you a second shot to win big. It's easy. Just draft your team once, no weekly management required, and let your top scorers automatically start each week. Across the whole season, every breakout star, every clutch play, every touchdown will count toward your quest for a share of $15 million. Download the DraftKings Daily Fantasy app now to draft your $20 Best Ball lineup and get a second ticket to play free for a share of $15 million. That's two chances to win big without ever setting your lineup again. Draft one, get one, only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. So I did a little Twitter thread today about the players that I think are the worst clicks on DraftKings. And you'll see in this one, so I'm at the 112 in this draft. I got one of those players at the 1-2 turn. Derrick Henry, I think, is a pretty bad click. I have 1% of him across all of my DraftKings drafts. I'm not taking a ton, but I do like mixing things up at that 1-2 turn. So I'm going to mix him in occasionally. Again, this is after taking him in this draft. I think, 1.3% Derrick Henry across all my drafts. I'm here at the 112. I took Puka Nacua in the first round, Derrick Henry in the second round. Just didn't want another draft with Puka and Brian Thomas, Puka and Brock Bowers, Drake London, the combos that I've done a billion times. So just decided to mix it up, took Puka and Derrick Henry. He's still live to score 20 touchdowns this year. I know it. Even as I largely fade him, I am aware that he has astronomical upside. So figured I'd get the rare share here in the second round. Third round, nothing really fell to me, but Garrett Wilson, pretty nice value at the end of the third round, I think. Happy to add him to the team. And then George Kittle, I'm not nearly as into George Kittle as Bowers and Trey McBride on DraftKings anymore. I was when he was going at the 4-5 turn earlier in the summer. Now at the 3-4 turn, it's a little bit rich for Kittle because he's not really a PPR guy quite to the extent that Bowers and McBride is. He's probably going to score some touchdowns. He'll have his spike weeks, but he's not going to be the guy who puts up, 110 receptions this year. So I like him. I don't love him on DraftKings, but happy to get him here at the 3-4 turn. I want to mix him in. I still think he's, this clearly the third best tight end out there. So happy to get a Kittle share. Jalen Waddle with how things are going with Tyreek Hill. There's a real possibility that Jalen Waddle at some point this year becomes the wide receiver one on Miami. Could happen even if Hill doesn't go anywhere. I mean, Hill seems to be feuding with Tua. Things not good with Hill's relationship with the team, with the quarterback. So there's opportunity here for Jalen Waddle, an extreme talent. He just needs to stay healthy, needs to make it through full games. If he can, he could be in for a really big season. So happy to get Jalen Waddle at pick 60 in the 6th round. Zay Flowers, nice little fall there. I've got Derrick Henry on the team, so we're just taking the two best, arguably, skill players on the Ravens. Then in the 7th round, Jawan Jennings. I've been buying a little bit scared of the calf, but still buying him when I don't see anything else that I like more. And then, of course, my guy, Jordan Mason, another guy like Derrick Henry. I've got two running backs now, not going to catch a lot of passes. We're just betting on tons and tons of rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, getting there the classic way with running. And then in the 9th round, Justin Fields. I've got Garrett Wilson on the team. We're running a little bit more with Justin Fields as our QB1. I actually, at this turn, was hoping to get Fields and Brock Purdy. I got Jawan Jennings. I've got Garrett Wilson. I was really hoping that I'd get Brock Purdy to come back, get my two quarterbacks at this turn. Brock Purdy goes on the other side of the board, completely unstacked. Kind of a bummer to not get him here, but then I thought I'll take Jaden Higgins and I'll set up a CJ Stroud stack at the 11-12 turn. There's a good chance, I'll be able to get CJ Stroud at the next turn. Not so lucky. CJ Stroud goes to the same drafter, also unstacked. So not able to get CJ Stroud coming back to me, but I did get Tua Tagovailoa. Again, I took Jalen Waddle, so we've got a stack. Two quarterbacks, both stacked up now through 11 rounds. Ramondre Stevenson, start of the 12th round. Don't feel great about getting him right at ADP. He's been falling well past ADP pretty frequently. But I've got a lot of Bashal Tootin. I kind of wish that I'd just gone with Bashal Tootin again, if I'm being honest. But Ramondre Stevenson kind of fitting the same mold of running backs there. I mean, he catches some passes, but yeah, fitting well into the team as my third running back here. You know, he's whatever. He'll score some fantasy points. At the end of the 13th round, Geno Smith is unstacked up. I don't have anybody on the Raiders yet, but I needed a third quarterback. Stafford. I was hoping to get Stafford here because I've got Puka. Did not get Stafford, so I took Geno Smith. Added Hunter Henry on as my second tight end on the team. And then the next round, Mason Taylor, again, adding on to that Jet stack. Now I've got a little Jets Patriots game stack with Hunter Henry and Ramondre Stevenson stacked up multiple ways with Justin Fields. And then Chris Rodriguez, I'm buying it here. 16th round is kind of the start of where I'm buying Chris Rodriguez. I think he could be in to score some touchdowns. They're saying he's going to be the goal line back. I know not everybody's buying it, but I think at this price, I think it's just a fair price to buy a guy who might have a pretty big role there in Washington. And if it doesn't happen, it's, you know, it's whatever. It's 16th round pick, not the end of the world, but happy to buy him here. I should have perhaps taken what I took Geno Smith. By the way, I thought about taking Dante Thornton here in the 14th round, but I wanted to get Henry on there for the game stack. Thought I would be able to push Thornton. Doesn't seem like you're really able to push Thornton much anymore. He went, where did he go? Somewhere in here. He went at pick 174. I probably should have known he was not going to make it back to me with my Geno Smith stack, but I thought it, you know, worth the risk because you can always throw in a Jack Besh or Trey Tucker if things don't work out. If you can't get Thornton, that's what happened here. I ended up taking Jack Besh at the end of the 17th round. DJ Giddens, he's the clear contingent upside running back there on the Colts. Fine late round pick. And then the 19th, 20th rounds, Jalen Lane, a guy I don't have a ton of, but a rookie that's getting some buzz on the Commanders. And then Jarquez Hunter, I've got Puka Nacua on the team, so just building out that team stack a little bit with Puka Nacua. So finally, the team is a 3-6-8-3, my most common build. The players I'll read off once again: Justin Fields, Derrick Henry, Jordan Mason, Puka Nacua, Garrett Wilson, Jalen Waddle, George Kittle, Zay Flowers, Juwan Jennings, Jaden Higgins, Tua Tagovailoa, Ramondre Stevenson, Geno Smith, Hunter Henry, Mason Taylor, Chris Rodriguez, Jack Besh, DJ Giddens, Jalen Lane, and Jarquez Hunter is the final team. Feel pretty good about it. Like I said, did not get any rookie. I got one rookie in the first 14 rounds. That rookie being Jaden Higgins. And then we went kind of crazy with the rookies later on. Got Mason Taylor in the 15th, and then Jack Besh, DJ Giddens, Jalen Lane, and Jarquez Hunter all in the final 4 rounds. So 5 of our final 6 picks were rookies after only taking 1 in the 14th round. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video series, and this is getting to be the end of DraftKings Best Ball Week. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have. Again, if you haven't already taken advantage of the Draft One, Get One offer, make sure you check that out. And if you would, please like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the little notification bell if you want to get alerts when I go live. Also, if you want to join the Flaniverse Discord, it's, you know, picking up a little bit as we get closer to the NFL season. The link is in the description of this video. All right, thanks guys. Catch you later.